Hello and welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to do another game from our 1977 Red Sox replay. This is a game from Thursday, April 21st of 1977. The fourth game of a four-game series with the Tigers. Red Sox won the first two and Tigers won yesterday's game. Red Sox come in with a 5-5 record. I believe Detroit is 6-7 coming in, but Detroit is... Red Sox are 2 games out of first, and the Tigers are 2.5 games out. For the Red Sox, it's going to be Reggie Cleveland on the hill, and Dave Rozema will be on the hill for the Tigers. So without further ado, let's get this game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, Reggie Cleveland on the hill for the Red Sox. He comes in with a 1-0 record, but with a 7.71 earned run average. 12 innings pitched, 16 hits allowed, 5 walks, and 8 strikeouts. On the regular season, the actual season, he was 11-8 with a 4.26 earned run average in 109 innings pitched. So the lineup for the Detroit Tigers is going to be Mickey Stanley leading off in center. Tito Fuentes, the second baseman, bats second. Rusty Staub, Legrand Orange, bats third, is the DH. The right fielder, Ben Ogilvie, bats cleanup. Batting fifth is Jason Thompson, the first baseman. Steve Kemp, the left fielder, will hit sixth, followed by Milt May behind the plate. Tom Verizes is your shortstop, hitting eighth, and Aurelio Rodriguez, the third baseman, hits ninth. Red Sox defense is pretty standard if you've watched any of the recent games. Yastrzemski in left, Miller in center, Evans in right. Again, Freddie Lynn has started out the 77 season on the DL. Hobson, Burleson, Doyle, and Scott in the infield. And Fisk behind the plate. Reggie Cleveland on the hill has a 3 range and has a 0 hold rating. Alright, so Mickey Stanley steps into the box. Mickey Stanley, in 7 at-bats, is hitting .714 with a double. So off to a good start is Stanley in limited play. So Cleveland looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's a bad day here at Fenway. As you can tell by the bottom right-hand corner of the screen here. So those are your stats there. So lots of chances to get extra base hits today. So Cleveland looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch off the 3 column. And that'll be a swinging strikeout. So Reggie Cleveland strikes out the first batter of the game. That'll bring up Tito Fuentes, hitting .340 with 4 runs batted in 53 at-bats. And it's going to be off the 4 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Scott at first. Take it on a hop, flips it to Cleveland, covering. So 2 up and 2 down in the Tiger first. That'll bring up Legrand Orange, Dusty Staub. Staub hitting an even .400 on the season with 3 homers, 12 runs batted in. Hit a home run yesterday in 55 at-bats. So Cleveland looking to get a 1-2-3 inning. This is the 2 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to Yastrzemski. He's under it, and he'll make the catch. So the Tigers go in order in the first. So we head to the bottom of the first. Dave Rozema takes the hill for the Tigers. Rozema 0-2 on the season with a 4.50 earned run average. 16 innings pitched, 18 hits allowed. Is allowed 5 walks and 7 strikeouts and has surrendered 1 home run. On the actual season, pretty good. 15-7 with 3.09 earned run average and 218 innings pitched. Red Sox lineup is pretty standard. Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will lead it off, followed by Denny Doyle at second. Jim Rice, the DH, bats third. The captain, Kyle Yastrzemski, hits cleanup. The boomer, George Scott, the first baseman, hits fifth. Carlton Fisk behind the plate will bat sixth. Dwight Evans, the right fielder, off to a good start also. Hits seventh. Butch Hobson, the third baseman, eighth. And Rick Miller, who had a perfect 4-for-4, I believe, day yesterday. Out of the 9-hole, will bat ninth. So the defense behind Rozema is Kemp in left, Stanley in center, Ogilvy in right. Stanley the best defender with a 2 range in center. Rodriguez, Verizza, Fuentes, and Thompson left to right in the infield. Rodriguez the best defender with a 1 range. And Fuentes and Thompson below average with 4 ranges at first and second.
Team yearbooks, minutes, and program.
Milt May is behind the plate. And Rozema on the hill has a 2 range. And it has 0 hold rating. Now it's Burleson hitting .244 with 2 runs batted in. 45 at-bats. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Rodriguez up with it, over to first for out number 1. Denny Doyle off to a good start, hitting .361 with 3 runs batted in and 36 at-bats. Has 2 doubles and 2 triples. And it's going to be off the 4 column. And that'll be a fly ball to center. Stanley has it, calls for it, and makes the catch. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox first. Brings up Jim Rice, hitting .286, 3 homers, 9 runs batted in, and 42 at-bats. Has 2 doubles, and I think it said 3 triples. And it's off the 5 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. It'll stay in the park, though, as Kemp will make the catch to retire the side. So the Red Sox go in order, as did the Tigers. And after 1 full, no score. Alrighty, so it'll be Ogilvy, Thompson, and Kemp up against Cleveland in the second. Ogilvy struggling so far, hitting just .135 and 52 at-bats with 4 runs batted in, no home runs. 6 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Scott. He's a 2 range. He will get to it. Oh. But he's going to boot it and commit the error. So Ogilvy will reach on the error by Scott. He'll be held on by Scott. Jason Thompson up to the plate now, hitting just .143 with a homer and 5 runs batted in, 49 at-bats. And it's going to be off the 2 column. And it'll be a fly ball to center. Miller is there. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. So 1 out now with a runner on first for Steve Kemp. Kemp hitting .217 with 3 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch off the 6 column. Which there's a lot of bad numbers on there. And that'll be a walk for Cleveland. So that'll put Kemp on. So runners on first and second now with 1 out. Milt May up to the plate now. Cleveland looking to get the double play now. Milt May hitting .300 with 2 homers and 5 runs batted in and 40 at-bats. So it's going to be off the 4 column. That's a ground ball to short. Burleson has it. Ooh, and we get a rare play here, possibly. Interference. So bounce to short, second for 1. Wait, the ump's calling something. Interference. Kemp through a rolling block, and that'll be a double play. So 6-4-3 on the double play because of the interference by Steve Kemp, and that'll do it for the Tigers in the second. So after 1.5, no score. Yastrzemski, Scott, and Fisk will face Rozema here in the bottom of the second. Yastrzemski's showing some signs of life, although he's been struggling still, hitting just 154 with 4 runs batted and 39 at-bats. He has the pitch to Yaz, and Yaz gets one in his wheelhouse. See if he can do anything with it. No. And he'll fly out harmlessly to center for out number 1. So 1 down now in the Red Sox second. Brings up George Scott. Scott off to a good start, hitting .357, 3 homers and 8 runs batted in. 2 column. And Scott will draw the walk. So a 1-out base runner for the Red Sox. He'll be held on by Thompson. Brings up Carlton Fisk, hitting .424 on the young season with a homer and 5 runs batted and 33 at-bats. Also has 3 doubles. Scott gets his lead as the windup and the pitch to Fisk. 1 column, and that is going to be a called third strike. Fisk can't believe it. So 2 down now with a runner on first for Dwight Evans. Dwight Evans also off to a good start, hitting .308 with 4 homers, 11 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 5 column, and that is going to be a base hit. So Evans will keep the inning going. Oh boy, 1-14 safe chance. No, we're going to hold him. Red Sox play it cautious as Scott will hold at second. So that'll bring up Butch Hobson, runners on first and second and 2 down. Hobson hitting .275, 4 homers, 12 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch to Hobson. 6 column. And that'll be a ground ball to short. Verizor over to Thompson, and that'll do it for the Red Sox. In the second, so after 2 full, no score. So Verizor will lead it off against Cleveland. Here in the third. Verizor hitting .259 with no homers and no runs batted in 27 at-bats. It's going to be off the 3 column. And it's a ground ball to Hobson. He'll handle it over to Scott. 5-3 on the putout. So top of the number 9 here, Julio Rodriguez up to the plate now. Followed by Mickey Stanley. Rodriguez hitting .327 in 12 at-bats and 12 runs batted in 49 at-bats. And that's going to be a ground ball to Burleson. Over to Scott. And that will be out number 2. So Mickey Stanley, top of the order up there now. 0 for 1 on the day. And that's going to be a swinging strikeout. So I believe a second strikeout of the day for Cleveland. And that will do it for the Tigers in the top of the third. So it remains scoreless as we head to the home half of the third. Rick Miller, who was a perfect 4 for 4 yesterday, averaged up to .261 with 4 runs batted in. 23 at-bats. Quarters are playing in. And it's going to be a ground ball to Fuentes. He's up with it. Over to Thompson. And there's 1 out in the Red Sox third. Alright, that'll bring up top of the order Burleson. Burleson looking for his first hit of the day, 0 for 1. And he will get it. That's going to be a base hit right up the middle. Pass Verizor. The Red Sox have a 1-out base runner. Burleson will be held on by Thompson. That'll bring up Denny Doyle. And it's off the 3 column. Oh, and this could be 2. Fuentes over to Verizor for 1. Back to first. Double play. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the third. So it remains scoreless as we head to the fourth. Fuentes will lead it off for the Tigers. And Cleveland will get his third strike out. So one down in the Tiger fourth. Brings up Rusty Staub. Staub 0 for 1 on the day. And it's a ground ball to Scott. One Harper takes to the bag himself. So 2 up and 2 down in the Detroit fourth. So Red Sox looking to win the series with a win today. Otherwise, the Tigers will gain a split if they can get a win. So that'll bring up Ogilvy's 0 for 1. Detroit looking for their first hit of the day. And they'll get it right there. So Ogilvy past Scott. And Ogilvy would be the first base hit for the Tigers. So 2 outs for the base runner for Detroit. Thompson up to the plate now. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He'll be held on by Scott. He doesn't wind up in the pitch. And that'll be a line out to Doyle. And that'll do it for the Tigers in the fourth. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on base. And it remains a scoreless tie as we head to the home half of the fourth. So it'll be Rice, Yastrzemski, and Scott tied to the order for the Red Sox against Rozema. Rozema up to 46 pitches. Here's the pitch to Rice. And it'll be a base hit up the middle. So leadoff single for Jim Rice. That brings up Yastrzemski. Rice being held on by Thompson. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ground ball to first. Over to second for 1. Back to first, not in time, as Yastrzemski will reach on the fielder's choice. So Yastrzemski being held on. Scott up to the plate. He walked his first time up. It's going to be a 4 column. And that'll be a base hit for Scott as he gets on for the second time today. So that'll put runners on first and second. So the Red Sox with a mild threat here in the home half of the fourth. See if Fisk can knock him in. Fisk 0 for 1 on the day. Runners get their lead as the windup in the pitch. 4 column. Ground ball to third. Rodriguez over to second for 1. Actually, no. He's going to go for the. He's going to beat Yastrzemski to the bag at third to get the lead runner. As Scott reaches second and Fisk on first now in the fielder's choice. So 2 down now for Dwight Evans, 1 for 1 on the day. See if Evans can put the Red Sox ahead here. And it's going to be off the 2 column. Oh, just missed the home run there as he takes a called third strike. So after 4 full, it remains scoreless. So Cleveland back out on the hill. Cleveland up to 49 pitches through 4 innings. Kemp walked his first time up. And it'll be a ground ball to Doyle. So 4-3 on the putout. 1 down in the Tiger fifth. Milt Mayo for 1 on the day. Range check on Burleson. Gets to it. And is able to make the play for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Detroit fifth. That'll bring up Tom Verizor now. Verizor 0 for 1 on the day. 6 column, and that's going to be a ground ball to Doyle. Range check. Doyle with a 2 range. Gets to it. Oh, and he finds the error. Unable to handle it cleanly. And that'll be the second Red Sox error of the day. So Riser reaches on the 2-out error by Doyle. We'll see if Rodriguez can make him pay here. Red Sox pay 0 for 1. So far, that's off 6 column. That's another range check on Doyle. Gets to it. Oh, and you get a rare play here. What will happen now? And the whole fielded nicely by Doyle over to Scott. Gets him. So nothing exciting there on that rare play this time. So that'll do it for the Tigers in the 5th. So the error by Doyle does not prove costly. And halfway through, still no score. Tigers with just 1 hit. Red Sox with 4. So Rozema will face Hobson, Miller, and then Burleson. Hobson 0 for 1 on the day. 5 column. Range check on Rodriguez. Rodriguez, excellent range. And he's able to make the play as Hobson is retired for out number 1. So 1 down now. That'll bring up Rick Miller. And it's off the 6th column. That's a ground ball to first. Thompson with it. Flips to Rozema covering. That'll be out number 2. So it brings up Burleson. Burleson 1 for 2 on the day. 1 column. And Burleson will draw the 2-out walk. So Denny Doyle. Hitless on the day. 0 for 2. And he'll strike out swinging. So through 5 full, it remains Detroit 0, Boston 0. Pitchers duel here at Fenway. After the other games have been not even close to pitchers duels. Lots of runs being scored in the first 3 games. But this one, so far, none through 5. So it'll be the top of the order, Stanley, Fuentes, and Staub against Cleveland here in the 5th. 6th, sorry. 0 for 2 is Stanley on today. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Evans is there, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the 6th. So Fuentes 0 for 2 up to the plate now. Ground ball back to Cleveland. He'll flip it to Scott. 2 up and 2 down in Detroit 6th. So not much offense today. So Staub 0 for 2 looking for his first hit of the day. Gets one in the wheelhouse. However, hits a number to the mound, and Cleveland's able to get to it. Flips it to Scott. And that'll do it for the Tigers in the top of the 6th through 5.5. No score. Only 2 of the games today in the American League. Texas leads Minnesota 3-1, and the Yankees lead Toronto 4-1. So Rice 1 for 2 up to the plate now. 4 column. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop for Riser. He's got a 3 range. He'll get to it. And makes the play for out number 1. So Yastrzemski 0 for 2 on the day. 6 column. It's going to be a fly ball to center. Stanley with a 2 range. He'll get to the ball. And makes a circus catch, but a catch nonetheless. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox 6th. Scott, perfect on the day. 1 for 1. With singled his last time up. Walked his first time up. 6 column. Oh, and just misses the home run chance. Said it's going to be a ground ball to Rodriguez. He's over to first, and the Red Sox go down in order in the 6th. So Cleveland back on the hill for inning number 7. Ogilvy has the only Tiger hit. He'll come to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. And that's a ground ball to Doyle. He throws it over to Scott. 1 down in the 7th. So Jason Thompson, 0 for 2 on the day. Oh, he's going to get a hold of one here. Mistake pitch by Cleveland. Evans goes back against the wall, and it's gone into the bullpen as the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. So Jason Thompson with a solo home run puts the Tigers on the board here in the 7th. So Kemp 0 for 2 with a 0 for 1 with a walk. And it's going to be a ground ball to Doyle. Over to Scott, 4-3 on the putout. So Milt May, 0 for 2 on the play. He'll get a hold of one here. This is going to go into the gap between Miller and Yastrzemski. He'll go to the wall. Miller gets it, but not before May ends up at second with a 2-out double. So Verizon 0 for 2. Tigers looking to add to their 1-run lead. And that's a fly ball to right. Evans has it, and he'll make the catch. But Detroit gets on the board with a solo home run by Jason Thompson. 1-0. 7th inning stretch time here at Fenway. Let's take a look at the trivia question. Who is the on-deck batter for the Giants when Bobby Thompson hit a home run to win the 1951 playoff game against the Dodgers? Who was on deck? All right, so lock in your answers. And that answer is Willie Mays. All right, we'll head to the home half of the 7th. Red Sox now trailing by 1. Rozema with a 1-run lead. Red Sox will send Fisk, Evans, and Hobson up to the plate. Fisk hitless on the day, 0 for 2. And Fisk will get a hold of one here. That's going to go to the wall, and Fisk will have himself a leadoff double. So just like that, tying run is on board for the Red Sox. Dwight Evans will come to the plate now. Evans 1 for 2 on the day. Corners are going to play in. Fisk gets his lead. Rozema looks in for the sign, looks back at the runner. Here's a delivery to Evans. 3 column. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Fisk rounds third. And he'll be held there. So they'll put runners at the corners. Infield is going to play in for Hobson. 0 for 2. Trying to cut off that run and keep it a 1-0 game. So here's the pitch to Hobson. 4 column. That's going to be a fly ball to Ogilvy and right. Ogilvy has a 4 range. See if this can drop in. Oh, he's going to get to it. And make the catch. Fisk will tag. Let's see if he's going to send him. Fisk will tag and score. Evans also tags and moves up 90 feet to scoring position. So the sacrifice fly by Hobson ties the game at 1. Evans the go-ahead run at second with 1 down. Rick Miller with a chance to put the Red Sox on top. 0 for 2 on the day. 2 column. And cannot make contact. Goes down swinging. So 2 down now for Rick Burleson. 1 for 2 with a walk. Evans gets his lead. Here's the windup and the pitch. The Rooster might get a good one here. But no, gets underneath it. Pops it up. Riser calls for it. And Burleson chokes in the clutch. But they do get a run. This sacrifice fly by Hobson scoring Fisk, and it's 1-1 now after 7 full. Cleveland back out there for inning number 8. There is action in the Red Sox pen. Let's see if we can find out who it is that is loosening up. Let's see here. So it looks like Bill Lee is loosening up in the Red Sox pen. So Rodriguez, Stanley, and Fuentes here against Cleveland. Scott and Hobson will play a no doubles defense guarding the lines. Rodriguez 0 for 2 on the day. 4 column. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Range check on Burleson. Gets to it. Makes the play for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 down in the Cleveland 8th. Mickey Stanley 0 for 3 on the hill. 4 column. And that'll be a ground ball to Hobson at third. No range check, thankfully. And he gets Stanley for out number 2. So Fuentes hitless on the day 0 for 3. Make that 1 for 4 as he reaches on the single up the middle. So go ahead run on first now with 2 down for Rusty Staub. See if he can keep the inning going. Cleveland looks in for the sign, looks at the runner. And it looks like Ron LaFleur is going to come in to pinch run. Scott holding him on. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. Yastrzemski's there, and he'll make the catch. So no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on base. And it looks like Scribner will come in and play second. And bat second. So Scribner has a 3 range with an E19 error rating. So a little bit better than Fuentes, a little bit better range than Fuentes. So Denny Doyle will lead it off in the Red Sox 8th. Doyle, Rice, and Yastrzemski. Doyle 0 for 3 on the day. Rozema back on the hill for his 8th inning of work. Here's the windup and the pitch off the 6th column. And that is going to be a strikeout swinging. So Doyle down on strikes once again. Jim Rice 1 for 3 up to the plate now. And Rice is going to get a hold of one here. And that one is going down the left field line. And over the green monster. So Jim Rice puts the Red Sox ahead 2-1. As looks like Bill Campbell has joined Bill Lee in the Red Sox pen. Now in a save situation. So Yastrzemski 0 for 3 up to the plate now. Can they go back to back? Yastrzemski is going to get a hold of one. That's going to go into the right center field seats. And does it have the distance? Yes. Into the bullpen. So Rice and Yastrzemski go back to back. And the Red Sox now lead by 2, 3-1. So Yastrzemski, who have been showing some signs of breaking out of his slump, gets a home run today. And adds to the Red Sox lead now 2-1. Big insurance run there. So the Boomer Scott up there now 1 for 2. Scott has 3 home runs on the season. Can he make it 3? And it looks like they're going to leave Rozema in the game. And that's going to be off the 4 column. That's going to be a fly ball to right. Hopefully going back. But it'll stay in the park and he'll make the catch. But damage done as Rice and Yastrzemski go yard. And put the Red Sox ahead 3-1 as we head to the 9th. Oh, sorry. 2 outs. That was premature there. Fisk up to the plate now. And, oh, this could drop in. Nope, Ogilvy will get to it and make the catch. All right, now we can say go to the 9th. Just trying to short the Red Sox in out there. So 2-run lead as we head to the 9th. So Cleveland, he's only let up 4 hits. Let me check him out here. Let's see here. Let's take a look at Bill Campbell and see if he's rested. Yeah, 96% usage. When did he last pitch? Let's see here. Let's look at his stats. So today is the... What's today's date? April 21st. He last pitched the 19th. So yeah, he's got... Then it was... He pitched 2 games on the 17th. But he had the day off yesterday, so... Yeah, I think they're going to bring him in. Let's see who's up here. Yeah, we got a bunch of lefties there. Campbell's good against lefties. So Campbell's a 6L. Yeah, we're going to bring in Campbell. So Cleveland's day is done. Allows just 1 run and 4 hits. So Bill Campbell will try to close it out for the Red Sox. Campbell has 2 saves already on the season. Has not allowed an earned run. Has pitched 8 innings, allowing 2 hits, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. He'll face Ogilvy, Thompson, and Kemp. So Ogilvy 1 for 3 on the day. Campbell looks in for the sign. He has to wind up in the pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball to right. Evans is there, though, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So 1 down in the Detroit 9th. Jason Thompson, 1 for 3, though. But that 1 hit was a home run his last time up to put the Tigers on the board at the time and give them a 1-0 lead. So Campbell looks in for the sign, nods his head. Here's a windup in the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit for Thompson. Takes a wide turn at first, but holds there, down by 2. So tying run will come to the plate. Steve Kemp, 0 for 2 with a walk. Scott will hold on Thompson at first. Here's the windup in the pitch. Ground ball to short. Burleson with a 2 range. Gets to it. Woo, bobbles it a little bit. Dives over the second horn, back to first. And they turn 2. And that will do it as the Red Sox win, come from behind. Well, yeah, 1-0. They were down at one point. They scored a run in the bottom of the 7th to match Detroit's run, and then they scored 2 runs on the bottom of the 8th with a home run by Jim Rice and Carl Yastrzemski. So the Red Sox now improved to 6-5. So they're 2 games ahead of their 4-7 record in the actual season. So they would get blanked by Detroit 8-0 in the actual game. So much better result here. So let's take a look at the box score. Reggie Cleveland gets the win. He goes 8 innings, allowing 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. 112 innings pitched, allowing that solo home run to Jason Thompson. Bill Campbell gets his 3rd save, pitching a scoreless 9th, allowing 1 hit. Dave Rozema pitched well, but not quite well enough. As he pitches, allows 8 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, allowing those back-to-back home runs by Rice and Yastrzemski. So for the Red Sox, let's see. I think we're going to give Jim Rice the hitting star of the day. He was 2 for 4 with that go-ahead home run. And Dwight Evans also had a couple of hits. Yastrzemski added a solo home run. For the Tigers, managed just 5 hits. Jason Thompson is their hitting star, 2 for 4 with a solo home run. So Rice hit his. Thompson, it was his 2nd home run of the season. Rice his 4th, and Yastrzemski his 1st. So that's it from Fenway, as the Red Sox are able to win the series 3-1. And let's take a look at the standings. So the Red Sox pulled it within 1.5 as Baltimore was idle today. Detroit falls to 3 back now, 6 and 8. And there's the rest of the standings. Chicago is still in first in the American League West. So the Red Sox next game will be on Friday, I guess. Nope, not till Sunday. So it's kind of an odd schedule. They had Friday and Saturday off in Toronto. In Toronto, pretty sure they play in a dome, so I'm not sure why the next game would be. Wow, so they get 2 days off. So I'm not sure exactly why, unless they weren't in their dome yet. Let me check here. Yeah, they were in Exhibition Stadium, which I do not believe. I don't think it's got a roof on it. I think it's an outdoor park, I think. It's kind of weird, but I think so. Yeah, on turf. Huh. So anyway, yeah, they played in Exhibition Stadium, Toronto did. Rogers Center wasn't open yet back then. So yeah, they must have had a couple of rainouts or snowouts or something on April 22nd and 23rd. So Red Sox next game won't be till Sunday, April 24th. And let me just check and see how long a series that is. Looks like they did play the 25th. Oh yeah, it was rescheduled. Yep, so they played the game on Monday. There was a rain out on the 22nd and probably the 23rd. Yep, and it looks like they played a doubleheader on Monday. So it is going to be a 3-game series. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hit the wrong thing there. I meant to say second game here. So it looks like they play. They'll play a game on Sunday the 24th, and then they'll play a doubleheader on the 25th. And it looks like probably was a rain out for the second game here too. It doesn't say, but I'm guessing it was. Yeah. All right. So that'll be it. So Red Sox will travel to Toronto to face the Blue Jays, the expansion Blue Jays next, who are 4-10 on the season. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, and we'll see you in the next game of the Red Sox replay, where they'll be facing the Toronto Blue Jays. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.